So I've had a few people send me messages about this. So I'm going to talk about my Mosrite that I bought in Japan and what I actually did to it. A few people have asked me, why I changed certain things and whatever. So I'm just making this short video now just to let you guys know about why I did what I did. So I bought this Mosrite in Japan in 2019 and it cost me for roughly like $700 or $800 when you convert it to Australian money. So that's probably about maybe 600 American, 500 or 600 American. And I bought it purely because it was beaten up and I wanted to turn it into something that I could use on stage, but I knew it needed work. Like there was a really loud buzz. It didn't stay in tune properly. It tuned, but it would go out of tune within 1 minute. So it originally came with this thing, which is a, Mosrite Moseley tremolo. I don't like tremolos. I've never needed to use a tremolo. I don't play surf guitar and I definitely don't play heavy metal solos. So this was absolutely useless to me. And I felt that this was the thing that kept making it go out of tune. It's shit. Like the spring, it was in here. And what would happen is that, you would push it down, but then it wouldn't come all the way back. So it wasn't staying, in tune. Then you push it, down, and when you push it up, it wouldn't come all the way back to its resting place. It would stop like there. So it was just shit, and it needed to go. So my plan was to, always mod this guitar. And so the first thing I did actually was I put a Seymour Duncan humbucker in it. And when I did that, a lot of people freaked out and said, you can't do that. Why are you modding a Mosrite? Well, I bought the guitar to mod. So that was my whole reason for doing it. So I changed that out. I tried a couple of different things. I tried to find a pickup similar, but I couldn't find one that worked, that was really good with what the sound that I wanted. This one has been removed. It's still there for show, but it's not connected. There's obviously the switch here. So when you flip it to up, it's off. So no neck pickup, purely bridge. And, this is one of those Seymour Duncan humbuckers, that you see so many people using. It's nothing spectacular out of the ordinary. It's the same one that Billy Joe uses in Green Day, but it also gives the guitar such a much better sound. The next thing to go was obviously the tremolo system, and the only person that I actually knew personally that could do this is my mate Simon at 80s Guitars and Amps. He's an amazing guy. I've known him for a long time now, and he's always done a great job with everything that he does. He fixes up my guitars. He's fixed up my amplifier. He's done a lot for me, and I'm very grateful for the work that he does because he always does such a great job. So I gave this to him, and I told him what I wanted. I want to get rid of this tremolo system, and I want to just have a standard tail and bridge. This was the original bridge. It's really run down. It's old, and so I bought a new Mosrite one. Well, I don't know if it's a Mosrite one, but it's a Mosrite placement one. I found it online, and I bought it. And I just bought a standard tail. And so I took it to him and said, this is what I want to do. And can you make it work so it kicks ass? And he did. So that's what I did to the guitar. And there's still some holes here and I've got to fix them, fill them up or whatever. And there's a different shade of paint here. Well, who cares? Whatever. It's a punk rock guitar, right? I mean, it was cheap when I got it. And yeah, you can see the frets have been pretty worn down, but I don't care because, it plays well for me for what I do, which is straight up punk rock. It's really weird because it has these baby feet on the bottom, which is the strangest thing, but I don't know what was going on there, but yeah, it's such a bizarre thing. But like I said, it was a cheap guitar. I always wanted a Mosrite. I like the way they feel. I like the look, and I like the way they play. So, buying a Mosrite was something I always wanted to do. So while in Japan, it seemed like Mosrites are everywhere there. So I went to Ishibashi. It's in Shibuya. It's an awesome guitar store. It has over 1,200 guitars. Here's a picture of me playing it on the day that I bought it, taken by my mum. Thanks, mum. This place has so many guitars that if you're a guitar nerd like me, you're going to spend a lot of time there. And especially if you like guitar pedals. I mean, oh my God. The collection of guitar pedals they have there is just absolutely insane. Like insane, the amount of guitar pedals that this place has. I've never seen so many guitar pedals in one store, and yet they're all here. And so you can find some really great stuff in there, some used pedals, some old pedals that are out of print, or out of manufacture, I should say. So there is so much to see at Ishibashi Guitars. I'll put the name to that place in the description below, so you can go and check it out online. But they always have Mosrite guitars. I had 3 in stock when I was there. This was the cheapest one. They had this beautiful looking red one, which you can see here, modeled by the guy who sold me this guitar. And yeah, I could not afford that. That was like 2,000 Australian dollars, and it was a no-go for me. But it looks beautiful, and I'd love to own it. But yeah, so here we are. What does it sound like is what I'm guessing you'll want to hear. So I'm going to play a bit of that now, and we'll show you how this sounds. This will be running through my Cubase system, and so it'll be using the amplifier sound hooked up through, which is a Marshall replica. So I'm not going to set up and mic up the amplifier because it's really loud, and the only amplifier I've got now is I don't have a practice amp here. I've only got my big Marshall, and that I live in an apartment now, and I'm sure every other neighbour on the floor will not appreciate hearing that at this hour. So anyway, what does it sound like? This is what it sounds like.